Well, hello, and welcome back to Lamplight City here on Buto Plays Whatever. In our previous episodes, we completed Chapter 1 and the Prologue, or intro? Prologue? I think that's what it is. This, of course, is the beta, just got it a little bit early. By the time this airs, though, the full game will be on release on Steam, and I'm looking forward to playing it. Now, I had completed the Prologue and Chapter 1, but I was told to go ahead and replay it just because new things have been added. And honestly, I'm totally down with doing that because I did not fully get the 100% I feel in Chapter 1. And I'm down to do that. I'm down to bring this. I'm down to do all the rest of the chapters. Let's get it going. New game. And see what has been added. But like I said, the full release will be available, or it should be out, I think it was September 13th? Oh. Yeah, that's right.
Wake up, sunshine.
Haven't I told you not to call me that?
What's the matter? Have a rough night?
Bit too much Bollingworth ale is all. That stuff really creeps up on you.
Sorry I couldn't join you, but I was long overdue for a quiet night in with Addie.
That's fine. There'll be plenty of other opportunities. Hell, maybe Adelaide can even join us. It's been ages since she last drank me under the table.
Afraid she mostly sticks to tea these days.
Miles, what exactly is it we're looking into? I may have dozed off during the briefing.
Honestly, Bill, one of these days Snelling's gonna notice.
No, he won't. Why do you think they put him behind a desk? The man couldn't find his own backside with a pair of pliers and a lantern.
Very funny. Anyway, it's a burglary at the Hambrook Flower Shop.
A burglary, eh? How dull. At least we'll have enough time to get a drink afterwards.
You seem awfully certain of that.
I am. In fact, I'd bet the devil my head that we're done within the hour.
Well, the devil's gonna be disappointed that his winnings are so meager.
I don't know. You know...
We've arrived. After you, Bill.
I honestly almost think that they re-recorded some of this. Come on with LA. The main guy doesn't sound so stiff. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Thank you. Keep the change.
Yeah, maybe that is just me. I don't know. I swear he sounded so much more stiff.
So, our night of excitement begins.
You more than anyone else should know that there's rarely a dull night in Chumley.
I have a feeling
Chumley.
tonight will be the exception. Until we get to the pub, that is.
Keep your mind on the case, Bill. Now let's get a move on.
Oh yes, indeed.
He's just pacing back and forth, muttering to himself.
Probably one of the patients from Riverview. Seems like there's more of them on the streets than in the asylum these days.
Indeed you do.
Looks like they've had some trouble with vandalism.
Pretty much every business in this part of town has.
Okay, so...
That reminds me. I should pick up a bouquet for Addie when we're done here.
Seems like you've been spending more time with me than with her lately. I sure hope she's not the jealous type.
Okay. Alright. Let's, wait.
Fordham, what are you doing?
I was gonna check inside this trash
Let
can
me
for
check.
clues.
Let me check the
Miles,
trash.
in the 15 years we've been partners, how many times have you found something inside a trash can that wasn't garbage?
Fair point.
You know, I guarantee in one of these
Come on, Bill.
cases, I'm going to find something in a trash can. Okay, let's take a looky look.
Charming little place, isn't it?
Charming, but empty. We need to find the owner.
Always so to the point, Fordham. If ever there was a better time to stop and smell the flowers.
I think I'll leave that to you, Bill.
With my allergies, hardly.
Hardly. Center display. Check out
Not
the
too many
flower.
left. Seems business isn't so bad around here.
Well, you know what they say. There are only 3 certainties in life. Death, taxes, and people taking advantage of sales.
Indeed.
These seem to be part of the watering system for the flowers.
I haven't seen old piping like this in a while. Seems like someone's reluctant to upgrade.
Okay, ring that bell. Let's get this going here.
Be right there. Oh, hello, gentlemen. I must say you caught me by surprise. I was preparing to close soon. May I help you find anything? The flowers in the center display are half price this week, and I have a special on chrysanthemums today. Or perhaps a custom bouquet for the special ladies in your lives?
I have no
need
time for your
myself,
chrysanthemums,
but,
miss.
maybe Adelaide would appreciate a little something. Eh, Miles? Those peonies in the corner look nice.
I'm afraid we're not here as customers tonight, ma'am. We'd like to have a word with the proprietor. Is he in?
I see. I am Cecilia Handbook, and this is my shop. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
I'm Detective Miles Fordham, and this is my partner, William Legere. We received a report of a burglary at your store.
A report? From whom?
Bill
I never
Leisure?
contacted
That's his
the
full
police
name?
before, and I didn't this time either.
It was made anonymously, but are you saying this isn't the first time it's happened?
Correct. It's happened 3 times. But considering the police hardly care about the daily muggings and vandalisms around here, I didn't think they would be interested in something so trivial.
Well, we're here now, and we'll do all we can to help you.
We'll have to see about that.
If you wouldn't mind, Mrs. Handbrook, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Very well, Detective.
Very well indeed.
Could you
Burglaries.
give me the details concerning the burglaries?
About 3 weeks ago on Monday, I noticed that my order of Easter lilies was missing. At first, I thought nothing of it. Sometimes certain types of flowers are unavailable or arrive in poor condition. These things happen. Then 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, it happened again. But this time, I noticed something rather odd.
Go on.
When I opened the shop, there were 6 crowns and 10 shillings on the counter. That's exactly the cost of 2 orders of lilies. Last Friday, it happened yet again. The lilies were missing, and there was payment for 1 order on the counter. I believe that someone has been breaking into my shop after hours, taking the lilies, and leaving money behind.
How unusual.
It is. We have a clue.
Have you noticed any suspicious characters lurking around?
Detective Fordham, this is Chumley. You can't throw a stone without hitting a suspicious character. And if you've noticed my window, you'd be aware that stones get thrown around quite a bit in this neighborhood. If you're looking for trouble, you're far more likely to find it out there than in here.
I meant if you'd seen anyone out of the ordinary near your shop.
Only the 2 men from the police who entered it tonight. That is most definitely out of the ordinary.
Have you found any evidence of a break-in?
No, the front door is always locked. My assistant Trevor and I are the only ones with the key.
Are there any other points of access to the building?
The upstairs windows, I suppose, but I make sure to keep them locked, and neither of them have been broken.
Would you allow us to have a look upstairs?
Is that really necessary? I was just about to close up the shop.
Does she look different?
It won't take
too?
but a moment.
Fine, I suppose you may, but please, don't dally too long.
The payment.
So this burglar has been paying for the stolen goods?
That would appear to be the case, yes. I really don't think this could even be considered a crime. That's one of the reasons I didn't bother reporting it to the police.
And the other reasons?
Oh, I think I've already made those quite clear, Detective.
Your assistant.
You mentioned your assistant has the other shop key. What can you tell me about him?
His name is Trevor Hastings, and he has been working for me for the past 10 years.
Do you trust him?
Implicitly. I've known him for ages, and he has been my full-time assistant since shortly after my husband died. You're not suggesting he had anything to do with this, are you?
Not at all. I would like to speak with him, though. Where might I find him?
It's Friday, so he should be on his way back from the docks right now. He'll be bringing my flower order within the hour.
Good. We'll meet him here, then. If that's all right with you.
I suppose I don't really have much of a choice, do I?
No, you don't. Chrysanthemum lady.
Have you
What
been
about
in
yourself?
business long?
Yes, I opened this shop 30 years ago, along with my late husband, David. But the past 10 years, I've been running things on my own.
Don't you feel unsafe being here by yourself so late into the night?
Detective, when you've lived in this part of town as long as I have, it takes quite a lot to scare you.
I think that's all the information I need
It feels
for now.
like
All right,
where I live on
Detective.
that. Alright. Exit escape book. Top right of the screen. Casebook. Yeah, find a point of entry, wait for Trevor Hastings, speak to him. Clues, missing lilies, points of entry, suspects, none, documents, none. Current case, bada bing, bada boom. Okay, let's head on up into the stairs, because we already know how this is going to go. Unless they've changed this. It's a possibility.
Interesting choice of decor in here.
Indeed.
Perhaps it wasn't always used as a storeroom, although I can understand why it would have been converted.
Yeah, it is rather drafty in here.
It is. Clue.
I've seen this type of device before. It's a special container for growing plants. Specific temperature and water conditions can be adjusted. Seems to be empty right now, though, and judging by the dust, it hasn't been used in a long time, if ever.
It seems Mrs. Handbrook isn't too fond of steam tech, or just doesn't understand it.
Yeah, I think that they re-recorded some
A
of
young
this.
lady, perhaps a relation of Mrs. Handbrook?
I can see the resemblance. Sort of.
Especially the main guy.
Unmarked, but if the smell is
But
anything to go
maybe
by,
I'm
this
just
is where the
crazy,
flowers
you know?
are stored when
It's a
delivered.
possibility.
I'll keep my distance then.
Yeah, that's right, Bill. Keep your distance. Look at this, the
Interesting.
gap.
There's a gap between the window and the frame here. No wonder it's so drafty in this room. The window latch, securely locked. I wonder
What are you thinking, Fordham?
that it's time for an experiment.
That's
I'm going to
right.
need a tool, however. Something long and thin should do the trick.
Shouldn't be too hard to find something like that around here.
Objective. Clues.
This provides a means of escape from the top floor, or access to this window from the ground.
Okay. Exit here. Head on downstairs. We need to talk to Bill. We already know what we're doing here. Okay. I know exactly what I need. The hanging plants.
Aha! This hook is exactly what I need. Mrs. Handbrook, may I borrow this hook for a few minutes? It's crucial to our investigation.
Is that so?
Yes, it is.
I promise. I'll put it back
It's
as
very
soon as I'm
crucial.
done.
Please do, Detective.
Tend to your chrysanthemums while I tend to this hook. Perfect. Up into the secret private room. Look at the window again.
Good. Bill, it's time for our experiment.
And what is this experiment going to be exactly?
Simple. I'm going to see if this hook can get me inside the shop.
Don't mind if I do. Do-do-do-do-do.
Rather dark out here.
Watch your step then. This experiment of yours isn't worth a broken neck.
I'll be fine. Now
Calm
then, could you
down,
please
Bill.
close and lock the window, Bill?
Alright. Jimmy crack corn, and I don't care. Give me this lock, just like that. Too easy.
Well, I'd say this is fairly incontrovertible proof that the building can easily be broken into without arousing suspicion.
Where'd you learn how to do that anyway?
You taught me, remember?
Nah. Are you sure it was me?
Positive. We were a few pints in at the Angel about 5 years ago, and you decided I should learn how to pick locks.
What else have I taught you how to do while drunk?
That would be telling.
Indeed you do, Bill. Okay,
Bill?
What's going on, Miles?
it's time for us to have a little discussion.
I've heard of honor among thieves, but have you ever known a thief to pay for stolen goods?
Perhaps conducting normal business is just too boring for him. Do you think he might be doing it for the thrill?
There could be any number of reasons. The best way to find out is to catch the culprit and ask him ourselves. You ever miss living out here, Bill?
About as much as you missed stepping in that pile of horseshit last week.
I was distracted by that story you were telling me about your sister. How's she doing out west, anyway?
Well, she's not in the chum, so fantastic. Living here was about as fun as wearing a vest made of meat to a dogfight. I'm glad we both managed to get out. Oh, and by the way,
Indeed.
Miles, you didn't do such a great job of cleaning your shoes.
That would explain all the funny looks I've been getting.
What about
Still
yourself,
feeling
then,
rough, Bill?
Yes, but I'll feel better once this case is finished and we can go down to the Angel for a pint or four.
Hair of the dog?
No better medicine.
What's your
Mrs.
impression
Handbrook.
of dear old Mrs. Handbrook?
I like her. Good old-fashioned, tough-as-nails chumley woman. Reminds me of my mother.
Your mother was never quite so stubborn. Why do you suppose she's so reluctant to accept our help?
It's a chum thing, Miles. You wouldn't understand.
Okay, Wait, is there
When's
one
the
more
last
thing?
time you took any time off?
That's a good question. What year is this again?
I think we've both been working a bit too much lately. Addie's been wanting to go visit her mother in Dixie. Maybe we can all go.
That sounds nice, but I wouldn't want to be a third wheel on a visit to your in-laws. Unless... Would Adelaide's brother be there by any chance?
You're incorrigible, Bill.
It's one of my finer qualities.
Let's
Okay.
get back to it.
All right.
I've had enough of your perverted talk there, Bill. Alright. Mr. Bill Ledger. Oh, well, hello.
Ah, Trevor.
Evening, Cecilia. I've got the order ready to bring in.
Trevor, these are Detectives Fordham and Leger. They say there's been a report about the
Leger.
burglaries, and they're here investigating.
What is...
I only did it because I think it's been going on too long. As much as you want to, we can't handle this ourselves.
We can discuss the matter later.
Silence!
In the meantime,
Silence,
the
Trevor.
detective would like a word with you.
I'll be needing to bring in the flowers first, if that's all right. Otherwise, some hooligan's likely to run off with them.
My partner will keep an eye on your flowers. Bill, would you mind?
Ah, the glamour of police work.
Good boy, Bill.
Now, Mr. Hastings, if I could ask you a few questions.
Go on, then.
Can you
Burglaries.
tell me about the recent burglaries?
I wish Cecilia had contacted you a lot sooner. She's a damn fine woman.
You look
but
good with an eye
sometimes
patch.
I think she'd rather jump in a rose bush than
Me too.
ask for
Okay.
help. Had to take matters into my own hands. This needs taken care of, and we can't do it on our own, as much as Cecilia would like to. Anyhow, alls I know is someone's been making off with some flowers and leaving money behind. No idea who it could be, how they're getting in, or why they even bother paying. In my day, if you robbed a place, you did it the right way. It's a sad state of affairs when even burglars don't do their jobs correctly.
Ooh, well, old
Do you have
burglar,
much
huh?
experience with burglary, Mr. Hastings?
Now, I never said that, detective.
Have you noticed anyone or anything suspicious around here recently?
Nothing but the usual roughnecks, ragamuffins, and drunkards. Like I said, it's a real mystery.
Indeed.
Could you walk me through the process of your deliveries?
Of course, there's no great science to it. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons, Cecilia gives me her list of flowers to pick up from the wholesalers.
Maybe at
I head
nighttime.
over to Gas Cone around sunset when they get their shipment, and I give them her order. They load up the crate, I pay for it, and then I lug it back here.
How long does that take?
Between moving the crate and getting it across the river on the ferry, a couple of hours. Usually the store's closed by then, so I use my key to get in and leave the crate inside for Cecilia to open in the morning. That's all there is to it. Told you it wasn't very complicated.
Do you ever leave the crate unattended during that time?
No, sir. Never more than a minute. I may be old, but I got good eyes. I'd see if there were anything amiss. Besides that, I check to make sure the crate is still sealed when I drop it off. I'm not about to let Cecilia down by being careless.
How long have you been working for Mrs. Hanbrook?
Been about 10 years now, I reckon. I used to help with deliveries now and then when it was her and David, her husband. But after he passed, she offered to make me her assistant. Unfortunate way to get it, but I needed the work. Used to be I had a job at one of the airship yards, but they let me go after I was injured by one of those newfangled steam machines. So the offer came at a good time. Besides that, Cecilia needed looking after, even though she'd never admit it. If I'm being honest, we're both getting a bit long in the tooth. Not sure how much longer we'll be keeping this up, but as long as I'm upright and breathing, I'll be bringing these crates along, even if it is murder on my back.
I admire your work ethic.
I've got a job to do. Not enough people these days seem to respect that.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Hastings. I'll let you get back to work.
Appreciate it, Detective.
Get back to work, Mr.
If you don't mind,
Hastings.
Detective, I still need to check the crate before I bring it in.
Of course. Thank you again for your help.
Okay. Hello, Bill.
Learn anything?
Possibly. I may have an idea.
Ah, you're being cryptic. That's always a good sign. But if you've got a plan, let's talk about it.
We will talk about it. After I hang this back up and put her plant back up there. I'm a kind police officer.
Thank you, Detective. That's quite decent of you.
Indeed. No, 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 no,
Got a
no,
minute,
no.
Bill?
Oh, okay.
For you,
This is the bill.
Miles, I've got 5.
Okay. So, Mr.
Any
Trevor
thoughts on
Hastings.
Mrs. Hanbrook's assistant, Trevor?
Yes, I feel sorry for him.
Why? He seems to enjoy his work.
Nah, it's not that. He's obviously smitten with Mrs. Hanbrook, but she won't give him the time of day.
What? You only saw him for a few moments. How in the ether did you get that impression?
The way he looked at her, the way he spoke when he confessed to contacting the police. Shall I go on?
No, that's fine. I see what you mean.
Really, Miles? You'd be surprised what you can learn from people if you just look at them.
Why bother doing that when I've got you to do it for me?
Surveillance.
Based on what we've been told in our experiment, I can only conclude that our burglar is using the upstairs window to get into the shop.
So, what do you propose we do about it?
It's happened repeatedly over the past 3 weeks, on one of the delivery nights. Since it has yet to occur this week, and today is Friday, logic dictates it should be tonight.
So we settle in and wait to see if the burglar returns? Catch him in the act?
Sounds
Exactly. It's our best chance of solving this before the trail goes cold.
And I was really looking forward to getting that drink at the Angel tonight, too.
I know, but it's as you said yourself. There'll be plenty of other opportunities. Besides, forbearance is good for the soul.
Spoken like someone who truly has no idea how to have any fun.
I'm sure I'll get the hang of it one of these days, especially with your expert tutelage.
Okay, let's go have a chat with Mrs. Hanbrook. I'm sure she'll be delighted to know we're spending the night.
good. Yep.
Damn, I forgot to bring my deck of cards again.
At least it's quiet up here. I'm surprised we didn't go deaf after the last time we did this.
What?
I said... Oh, right. Your sense of humor remains on point.
Oh, Bill.
Miles, have you ever considered leaving all this behind?
What, you mean quitting the force?
The Force, the city, going off and seeing what else is out there, you know?
I'd miss it too much. Wouldn't you?
I was thinking I might visit Harley out west. She makes it sound like a dream in her letters. Wide open spaces, fresh air. I know I'm a city boy and would probably miss New Bretagne's filth and squalor after a week, but...
You should do it. A change of scenery never hurt anyone. Plus, it's much easier for you than it is for me. I've got a family to consider, after all.
Ah, right.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that, Bill. It's just...
Shh. I think I heard something.
Big dude.
Oh, no.
Bill?
God damn it, Bill.
Stop! Police!
Why,
Damn it.
Bill?
He's
Why
got
do your
the fire
allergies have to
escape.
kick
We
in?
can corner him on the roof. Stay close and keep me covered.
Bill's hat? No, not Bill's hat. That's his favorite bowler.
Bill!
Stay back, officer. I've got a knife.
Ready your pistol, Fordham.
But you're too close!
I trust you, Miles. Your pistol, now!
Okay, so
There's really no need for this, officer. I respect your desire to uphold justice. Mine is more important.
yeah,
If you
they
let me
definitely
go,
re-recorded this. This is
I
not
won't
what that
come
guy
back.
sounded like. I
And we
swear.
can all forget this ever happened.
Don't listen to this lunatic, Miles. Take your shot before things get worse.
Now, in the previous playthrough, I waited till the last second and then took my shot. And of course I shot Bill. And I blamed myself for it. This time I'm going to get it all the way through
Look, we've caught you red-handed.
with reasoning.
Put down
And
the
I think
knife,
he's just
let my
going to
partner go and give yourself
throw
up.
him over. That's my
No.
thought.
I'm not going to jail. Do you know what they do to people in there?
Yes, I do. If you cooperate, I'll see if I can get the judge to ease your sentence.
I appreciate your tactics, Fordham, but this really isn't the time.
No, I'm not doing it, Bill.
Come on, all you've really done is taken some flowers. You're not a killer. Don't make things worse for yourself.
You don't know anything about me. One thing's for sure. I'm not going to jail. So let me go free, or else your partner is going over the side.
Fordham, this madman clearly can't be reasoned with. Take your shot.
I'm not
now.
doing it, Bill. I shot you last time.
Okay, we'll look the other way just this once. Just let my partner go.
Fordham, are you insane?
Bill, don't! Bill!
Bill, you freaking dumb. I knew it.
Bill! Oh, God! I am so sorry, my friend. I am so sorry.
You knew he had to die, right? At least this time I didn't shoot him. Now, how How much an effect that it has on me will be a different story. Yep, 3 months later.
Wake up, sunshine.
Yep.
I thought that's what I called you.
What's the matter? Have a rough night?
Overdid it on the soporific.
Yep, indeed you
Why do I
do.
feel like I've had this conversation before?
I'm just glad you're in the mood to converse again. Seriously, you took so much of that snake oil last night, I was starting to think you wanted me quiet for good.
I just need
It's
a break
no
now and then,
personal
Bill, from your
slight. I just need some quiet
Insanity.
time. I'll go insane.
I get it. We all need our space. I know it's not easy, but there's really no need.
Not easy. Bill, I've been hearing your voice since you died. You don't shut up unless I take that accursed medicine. I'd say that qualifies as a bit more than not easy.
Yeah, well, how do you think I feel? You think I enjoy being trapped here, listening to you whine about how hard your life's become? You at least still have yours.
I feel like
Losing
you're
my grip
making
on
me go
reality,
insane.
and it's all because of you.
Believe me, I know. It's not a pretty situation. But the bottom fact is, you're stuck with me. So you can either keep living this way and ruin your life even more than you already have, or you can do as I've told you and try to figure out a way to let me move on.
Right. For the 1000th time, you want me to find the burglar from the flower shop.
Yes, exactly.
I still don't get how that's going to help.
I've told you several times, although to be fair, if you actually listened to me, I'd still be alive. At any rate, you wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place if not for him. Once the criminal has been caught and is in custody, we'll both get what we want.
Bill, if I listened to you, I'd have shot you. A
A
decent,
decent
night's
night's
sleep.
sleep?
More than that, you'll have that elusive thing you always wanted to give others. Closure.
Oh, yes, closure.
You do realize the trail's pretty much frozen at this point. Our man has seemingly vanished into the ether.
That's no excuse not to keep trying. I know the cases Upton's been giving you these past few months haven't been the most thrilling, but they've at least kept you active. So just keep at it. Something has to turn up eventually. Unless, of course, you want to wind up in Riverview Asylum. And if that happens, I'm really not going to keep quiet.
Fine.
Good man. Now, I suggest you stop talking to thin air, or Adelaide's going to start wondering if you've gone mental. Or just maybe she'll stop wondering.
Very funny.
Funny indeed there, Bill. Okay, let's do a little bit of investigating.
Clothes, Miles, you've been wearing that coat for who knows how long.
So? Addie gave it to me. Besides, it gives me character.
Right. Brooding detective in a long black coat. That's never been seen before.
What are you talking about, Bill?
Never mind.
Cliches. Okay. Let's get this, the main case up and active, and then we're gonna wrap up the episode. Oh, there's my
Well,
wife.
look who's awake. Ready to rejoin the living?
Very much so.
Mwah. Love you, baby.
You were talking in your sleep again.
Did I say anything interesting?
Do you ever?
You have to admit, she's got you there.
Shut up,
How
Bill.
are you feeling?
A touch groggy. I think I took a bit too much of the soporific last night.
That's what I thought. When you went for your after-lunch nap, you'd barely gotten breakfast down. I saved you some bread and cheese if you're hungry.
Thank you, but I haven't got much of an appetite.
You really should regulate your doses more carefully, love. I'm sure dull senses and an empty stomach aren't much help to your work. By the way, a message arrived via courier for you this morning. I put it on the table along with today's newspaper.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, okay, let's read the message. Fordham, a big case has come in which I think will interest you. Meet me at the Ruined Coffee House for more details. See Upton.
Upton says she's got a big case for me.
Does she go into any more detail than that?
No, but then you know Upton. Always on a need-to-know basis. Especially since she's been giving me these cases under the table.
To be fair, they haven't exactly been anything of note.
True, but she's still sticking her neck out for me. I can understand why she's so secretive about it.
I think she just misses having you around the station.
Poor Connie. With you quitting and me dying, she must be bored stiff at work.
Anyway, I'm supposed to meet her at the Ruined Coffee House. That can't be right.
It's not like Constance to make mistakes. She must have gotten in somehow.
Guess I'll head over there and see what she's got then.
Indeed. Give me the good. Give me the good pose. Can't I look at? I know I used to be able to look at the camera. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. But that's going to have to do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, comment on down below, subscribe. When we come on back, we'll head into case number 1, which was a doozy. It was a real doozy. That's what actually got me interested in this. I'm interested to see if I can fully get everything perfect on it. You know, we made one small mistake in the last playthrough. I'm hoping to rectify that. I'm hoping to see if there's any major differences in the first case and what impact we'll have. Already we have an impact by me not shooting Bill. Instead, Bill dukes it with the burglar and then gets thrown over the side. So, I mean, that one was on Bill. So it wasn't on me. I don't have any self-pity for that. So that makes me feel good inside. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. So when we come on back, case number 1, going to start it up. But until then, everybody, you take it easy. And I'll see you around. Peace.